Welcome back, guys. In this video, we're going to be exploring the Finger Lake region of New York. We visited Letchworth State Park, Canandaigua, Watkins Glen, and Ithaca.
We left from Niagara Falls on a cloudy morning and started our trip over to Letchworth State Park. After spending some time here, we quickly figured out why Letchworth State Park is given the nickname the Grand Canyon of the East. We stopped in the visitor center to get a map, and we found out that Letchworth State Park is basically comprised of 3 different falls: the Upper Falls, Middle Falls, and Lower Falls. We started off the day at the Upper Falls here. We took in some really cool views of the Upper Falls while we climbed this staircase that kind of ran right beside the Upper Falls. Once we got to the top, we found another trail. That trail led us back down around the hill and connected us to the Middle Falls. After that, we checked in at the Glen Iris Inn. This was our hotel for the night. This was located in between the Upper and Middle Falls right there in the state park. There was a lot of very intricate woodworking throughout the entire inn. We had a cozy little room that overlooked the patio and the Middle Falls. Once checked in, we headed over to the Charcoal Corral for a little dinner and dessert. At night, they shine a spotlight out over the falls, and it makes for a really cool view. In the morning, we went down to see the Lower Falls. Unfortunately, the lower trail was closed, so we had to stay up on the upper trail, but we still got a pretty good view.
Next, we headed on up to Canandaigua. This was such a cute small town that was super quaint and located right on Canandaigua Lake. We enjoyed strolling around downtown and visiting each of the unique little stores. After walking around the lake for a little, we decided to head over to Star Cider, and we made it there just in time for their trivia. Hi, kitty. Vermont Joy Parade bus. This is such a cool Airbnb we stayed in Naples, New York.
This bus pretty much had everything we needed for the night. It had a lockable door, which I believe is required on all Airbnbs, had a table, had a jug of water that we used as our water for our sink, had plates, bowls, knives, everything like that if we wanted to eat or cook, had a double bed as well as a single bed, and then it even had a top area up there where we could have pulled out another sleeping bag if needed. So this should sleep up to about 4.
Really comfortable beds too. And this was it.
This bus was actually owned by a band called Vermont Joy Parade. Eventually, someone else bought it and turned it into a livable area. Although we didn't have running water for one night, this is definitely an experience that we will never forget. The next morning, we were up and at 'em, and we made our way over to Watkins Glen in no time. The water at Seneca Lake was some of the clearest we had ever seen. After checking out the water, we walked into town to explore and grab some lunch before starting our hike. We had hardly even made it to the entrance of the hike before we were absolutely blown away by the views. That's a nice one. Are we in Kashyyyk or Yavin 4?
That's a Star Wars reference.
This gorge didn't even feel like we were on planet Earth. It felt like we were exploring a different realm or a different universe. To finish off the day, we headed back down to Seneca Lake, where we enjoyed some more views, got a really great dinner, and played another game of trivia. The next morning, we were off to the Watkins Glen International Racetrack. After watching practice for a while, it was our turn to get out there on the track.
This is fun.
Oh, he's kind of looking at it.
He knows the track.
We had an absolute blast taking the car around this Formula One racetrack.
Yeah, there's the pit stop. This is cool.
Look at that view.
We got to take a stop and actually get out right at the finish line.
And finally, for our last stop of the trip, we made it to Ithaca. First, we made our way up the hill to Cornell University, and then we were hungry, so we made our way downtown and stumbled upon this really cute deli. After lunch, we decided to do a quick wine tasting at Bethel Farm Winery. The wine was a great warm-up for our last stop of the trip, South Hills Cidery.
2 waters for me.
Thanks for watching, and if you found this enjoyable, please consider subscribing.